Hey guys, this is Hamon, and welcome back to Bytesize, the show where I review games that I've taken interest in. They have to be old, they have to be new, they just have to be something I'm interested in. And today we're going to be talking about... Before we leave! Okay, so this is essentially a civilization simulator where you're essentially building from the ground up a little town, whatever, to grow into eventually a thriving metropolis and all that. You know, that kind of thing. There's no, threats in this game or anything. It's just build a city and all that. The only thing you probably have to maintain is hunger and happiness. I don't know what happens if you don't do it at all. I think the worst is that production slows down because of it, but otherwise you can be as you are. And there's not really a story to this. There's no, linear thing to it. It's just, you can start the game doing the game as it is. I mean, there are scenarios you can do, but that's just like a... I guess you could call it a optional pre-setting thing. It gives you, parameters to accomplish goals and all that. I don't know what it does, because I haven't done it yet, but I can only assume it gives you, a sense of accomplishment, I guess. Because there's no real, end game, per se. I mean, all in all, it's nice, relaxing. The music is really calming. It's like what you would find in, a filler type of thing with in those animes now that are a slice of life. They just have those moments where they're trying to do some normal menial thing like farming and all that, and they just have this nice little guitar riff going with pleasant music going off and all that. Other than that, it's fine. Graphic wise, it is very nicely done. In terms of the design, I like tabletop type of thing with the hexagonal tiles and the little meeple looking things. The housing and buildings and even the ground itself is very detailed. I didn't change any of the graphics settings. It looks really nice as is. It is very well done. I actually liked it. I do have the little caveat that it's I kind of feel weird the fact that you start off on an island and it's you see through the ground or the ocean, because it's there's literally nothing underneath it. It's there's no the fog of war is literally invisible. So it's you don't know anything until you get on a ship. And speaking of the ship, the way the gameplay works is simple. You build when you have the materials, obviously. And when you have enough materials, you can, build better things. You have to build certain buildings in order to do things such as the explorers camp to collect materials that you need to research better, plus facilities and other things. And eventually, depending on the island you're on, you will be able to build either a ship or a rocket ship. The ship one is first because it's on the first island you're on. The rocket comes second because that's the second island you're supposedly find. The third island is for a whole other thing. The ship itself gives you the ability to sail across the planet you're on so that you can find another island to colonize and eventually make it into its own thing. The rocket ship is so that you can eventually leave the planet and colonize another planet so that you can find more material so that you can research more things as time goes on. You do all this, and then you essentially just try to maintain everything. Keep people happy, keep people satisfied, full, all that kind of stuff. Otherwise, it is just a normal game. And I have no issue with it. It's very calming, like I said earlier. And I said also earlier, if you want parameters, you could make it that it's a little harder to do or easier to do. You could set up that there's only one planet or several planets. You could... there's some things you can change, or you can go into the scenarios, which I guess give you parameters to accomplish before the end of the scenario. Otherwise, I honestly would say, if you want to check it out, I definitely would recommend it. It is on Xbox Game Pass for free if you're interested in that kind of thing. Otherwise, it is on the following platforms, as usual, and before we leave, I will just say, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like, favorite, and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this, and I will see you next time. Bye!